welcome to 28 before 28, where I make 28 brews before my 28th birthday. And today's day 14, and I think this card and the herb are just way too on the nose, honestly. But I got the Five of Pentacles, or Five of Discs, and it's called Worry. And then the, the herb that I got is Ashwagandha root. So it's literally like, calm the F down. That's it was just too clear, too on the nose of things, and it's interesting. So I have a story for you because I feel like this is pretty much direct. It's like, you're worried, relax. But before we start, I do want to say I do have a link below in my description or in my bio, depending on where you're watching this video. It is a link to donate to Sudanese-led humanitarian aid. They're currently right now requiring so much aid, food, and trying to provide shelter and safety to a lot of Sudanese people who've been displaced or just facing the horrendous war that's going on in Sudan. So if you have anything to spare, please do. And as always, keep eyes on Sudan. Alright, let's talk about the Worry card. The Five of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite is so dramatic, but it's a card that I've been through so many freaking times, and it's like two people who are looks pretty like rugged up and whatever, and they're passing a church and the church is open, the lights are on, but they're not seeing it because they're too like busy in their like little sorrow of like how things are, right? Like in the change of things. Here it talks about worry, and it's a Mercury in Taurus card. So then I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, what is Mercury in Taurus really like focused on, right? Because Mercury is the brain, is the mind, right? And Taurus is like a very earthy sign. It is like, it could be represented by planet Earth. It's like five senses a max. That's kind of how I think about it. And I was like so interested. I was like, why is this coming up right now? But then I realized that right now I'm having a second house transit by Mercury. So I was like, oh, this is so on point. And it was literally just focusing on what, like, my housing situation. Am I feeding myself? Like, am I doing the things that I like, like, am I indulging properly? And I am, but also I feel like there's a level of overindulgence there too. But I'm just very much concerned about my physical existence as a human being here. Like, literally, like, am I drinking enough water? Am I eating properly? All of the things, am I sleeping properly? So it's like just the basic, like, this is what I need. And the past few days I've been talking about nourishment and like what has been needed in terms of like all of the energy that's going on and whatnot. And it was kind of a lot of like focus on like pouring into yourself. And that's what I was saying, like, these past few days it kicked up a lot, right, with the full moon too. But also at the same time, it's like I have to do something with it. And one of those things that have been coming up is related to my work, right? And I am so dissatisfied at work right now, and I felt like I was just not working as fast as I wanted to be my own like content creator and to make money out of the internet and whatnot. But then later I realized that I was taking the fun and joy out of it, and I was just replacing one anchor to another or one hook to another, and I was running myself the same way, but I'm actually running away from a system. Not running away, like I'm trying to break away from a system. So I came back to work and I find something that helped me, and I could see like all things just taking me to a certain position, to a certain stage. So, and that's all so I've been working a lot with letting go, and then now I'm really dissatisfied in my work, but I'm working enough days that is just good enough for me, right? But that's not what I want. Like, I really want to do content creation. Like, I really want to live on the internet. Like, I want to have that balance, and I want to share all the things that I'm learning. I want to share my life, and I have all these ideas that have been coming up, and I'm so grateful for it. But also at the same time, I'm so worried, and I know that this change is coming because I can feel it, right? Like, I can feel the dissatisfaction, and I don't want to settle because that has always been my thing. Like, I knew that I will be working for a little bit, and now I'm having that timeline that I set for myself originally, and now I'm like, okay, so this time are we gonna do it, and are we gonna stick to it, and is it gonna work? I have no control over the work, but I really want to make it work. So I've been worried about that, right? Like, these are the thoughts and the stories that are going on in my head. It's like, oh, I'm not eating properly. Oh, I'm not sleeping properly. Oh, I'm not blah, blah. Oh, work, oh, I'm physically exhausted. Why are we standing 5 to 6 to 7 hours a day? I want to sit down. Like, my body is like, I need to rest. Like, I was stretching today and I was like, oh my God, like, there's just so much, like, my spine just needs to breathe, you know? And it just reminded me of going back to the routine that I created for my life. And now I'm like, no, I need to get back to that again. Because that allowed my juices to flow, my brain to kind of like be on like the hope side, the hopeful side. And I think right now there is that shift happening, right? And I'm so motivated, and I'm like, I feel like there's actual fire that is being tended to right now, and I'm really happy that I made the space, especially before my birthday, because I feel like the changes are already happening. But when changes are also happening, like, I understand they're happening. I've been here before, and yes, I can soothe myself in certain ways so that I can like go through this, but I really want to do it in a way now that it's like or I'm doing it in a way right now where I really want to let the anxiety kind of like relaxes and kind of like be like with my anxiety and just show it what's happening, because what's happening is really good. You know, I've been having really good stuff happening in my life regardless of the work and stuff like that. Like, things have worked out. Like, I have my own space right now. Like, this is about to be my office, but I'm still a work in progress, and I just want to get there. You know, want to make my office an office. But anyway, so all of these things are running, and then I got ashwagandha root, and I used to take ashwagandha. I feel like a lot of people already know about ashwagandha, but basically it's a root that helps you balance your emotions. It's an anxiety relief root too, but it is grounded, right? It's grounded. It allows you to relax, and it's like such an anxiety reliever. But also it's about longevity, right? It like allows you to kind of like be in the moment of things, and this is all what Taurus is about, right? And the pentacles or disc cards are all about the physical world, so this is a very physical experience right now, and this physical experience is so much like is being rocked by anxiety about survival, so anxiety about living, anxiety about the experience right here right now, and also at the same time having dreams and having things that you aspire to, things that you're looking forward to, right? I can have both exist at the same time and also recognize that none of them has priority. Like, my worry doesn't have more priority than my excitement, than my joy, than my passion. Like, they all exist at the same time. And the card, yesterday's card was the moon in Cancer, and I was saying I am a moon in Cancer, but sometimes it could be overwhelming, all of these feelings coming together. But also a big part of like cruising through is letting each one of them kind of be, and also just recognize that you sit with it. So I love working with the tea, because I get to sit with that energy, right? Like, while I'm drinking this tea, I get to be like, okay, I am worried now. I'm worried about my survival. I'm worried about paying rent. I'm worried about eating. And these are things that I'm okay to let exist, like, let this worry exist. I think a lot of the times we try to take ourselves away from situations because they're low vibration or whatever, but it's like, in a world where we haven't been able to fully feel our feelings and fully express our feelings, there is no way to like quote unquote emotional maturity and stuff like that without you able to sit with those, so that you can take accountability for how you feel and just give yourself that care and love, because that's just how you are in the moment, and it's not personal, you know, like, it's not unique to you. Everyone feels things, they feel it differently, they have different stories attached to the things that they're feeling, right? But in the end, it's a human experience. And I think a lot of the times we try to remove ourselves from the human experience, and I've done that before. It's so good, we're all, but it's kind of like part of the system where they make use of us not being in our bodies, to work like machines, to be standing 6 hours a day. Crazy. I'm like, why am I doing this? How did I even do it before? My body is in like pain, like actual pain. And I I choose to no longer do that. I don't want to exchange my physical vitality for a job that doesn't equate exactly to the physical work that I'm doing. Right? But even that, like, going from that change requires a lot. So today I've just spent the entire day just stretching, just like, you know, relieving my body, like, so that I'm able to take a breath, a full breath, and feel it and just know what's happening in my body, because I'm home, I'm relaxed, but also recognizing that I am tired and burnt out. all of these years, it's all in my body and I need it out. But it's like constant every single day. I need to spend so much time with my body because of that, because my body was on autopilot for so many years. The least I could do is be present with my body in the aches that I'm feeling, in the worry that I'm feeling, in the, you know what I mean? It's all in my body, it's all in me. So I want it out. But also, I have to have a full lifestyle, which I've created before, and now I want to recreate it in a way that is really truly aligned. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm about to have this tea, ashwagandha root. You know, I think at some point I was taking too much ashwagandha, and I was taking it also at a time where I started my antidepressants back in the day, and I think it was just too much. It got too much, you know what I mean? So so I had to stop taking it, and also wasn't sure if it was just the ashwagandha or the mix or the other, you know. So I just had to kind of like lay it to rest and be like, okay, I'm just gonna choose to stop this and see how things go. But yeah, this is my tea. You have to leave it for like 5 to 10 minutes, like any other tea so far. And I always just leave my steeper in there because I'm like, I don't know, I love a strong tea. But tonight I am ready to like fall into relaxed state, deep sleep. And I've also like, after stretching all day today too, I'm just like, welcome back to my body. You know, like, what a blessing. What a blessing. So I have a couple of days off now, and I've just been worried about how I'm gonna make things ends meet, and at the same time so incredibly grateful that I get to spend this time to recover and to be with my body and to be in the things that I'm doing and do the things that I'm doing, because these things give me energy, they keep me going, and they're part of my expression, they're part of my existence. So being able to do this for like we're almost halfway through. No, we're exactly halfway through. We're halfway through. I'm so close to my birthday too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really growing, man. Growing. And for this year, like, I'm really, really committed. I mean, listen, I'm always committed to change. Let's be real. But this time, I really like, it's dramatic. It's dramatic. And I choose it to be the most dramatic change that I ever go through. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Oh my god, I've been through such dramatic change so far, and a lot of it was just kind of like eating a lot of shit, honestly. And that's the best how I could put it. But also, it got to a point where I was at my lowest, and I was just like, I can never get back here. I will never get back here. So that means the foundations in which I need to build my life on gotta be stable. Gotta be strong. This is foundation for the next life, you know? Like, this is the new era for myself, for people in my generation. Like, we are stepping into a whole new era. And I'm so here for it. And I'm so here for the changes, so dramatic. Oh my god, I think I'm even considering like growing my hair. Which started with this, my very first video. I was like, I'm not gonna grow my hair. But I think it's time to really signify this new era with a different look too. A whole lifestyle change that is very much aligned. So as I sit here with my ashwagandha tea, today I get to relish in my existence and in my humanness. This is brew number 14. I love you guys, and until next time.